Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it may be where you are. This is my introductory video. I will be talking about art, music, literature while I do my art. And I'm new at this, so I'm sure there will be some errors along the way. One of the things that I discovered when doing some research for this channel is that channels that have the actual person do better. So I don't know if I'll do that. I might. I'm thinking maybe I'll split it so you can see what I look like if you care to. I don't know. I know a lot of people for a long time. I mean, I didn't want to put my face on the internet, but anyway, I'm thinking maybe if enough people watch this and they say yes, I would do that. But in the meantime, a little bit about myself. I taught high school and junior college English for 32 years, and art has always been my hobby. And of course, as an English teacher, you learn to analyze literature and video, audio, different passages from different works of art. So I've had some experience with analysis. Now, I do have to tell you I'm a progressive. So if you're not, and it bothers you, maybe you won't like this channel, or maybe you can just mute the audio and watch my art. It's kind of more like doodling, I guess. Anyway, this picture is that I'm doing. I'll talk about the idea for it. I love the yin and yang. It's a dominant theme in just about everything I do, because I believe there are two sides to everything. There's good and bad, and it's just so, I don't know, so apropos for life. And this one, just to give you some insight into my thought process, I thought, well, the sun is something that I think we all enjoy, as long as we don't get too much of it. And so then it came to me, well, why don't I do a picture with a sun in each corner and the yin and yang in the middle, and try and make make it seem, I don't know, vibrant, alive, and at the same time talk or discuss I don't know, different well, for example, as I was thinking of this, I thought one of my favorite quotes from Thomas Jefferson is the sun, my almighty physician. I like this quote because it's, who doesn't like the sun? If you're having a bad day, sometimes just going outside in the sun will change your attitude. And likewise, if you're avoiding the sun all the time, I think that can have a detrimental effect on your mental well-being. I think, you don't need to go sunbathing or anything like that, or get a suntan, but just to get outdoors in the sun. I think most people enjoy the sun. Nice sunny day. And if it's really hot, hopefully you have a lake or a stream or a pool to swim in, or even a sprinkler to sit under on the lawn. So anyway, yeah, Thomas Jefferson, one of my favorite historic persons. I have read his biography. Actually listened to books on audio years ago, driving across the United States in a moving van. I had a bunch of audio books to make the time go by much more quickly. And then where I work in California, I had a 45-minute commute to work every day over highways. It wasn't like a crowded city or anything. It was just highway miles. And so I found it useful to listen to audiobooks on my way while I commuted. And that way I was able to get in a lot more, cover a lot more books that I wanted to read but didn't have the time. And I thought, well, this way I'm not wasting my time just commuting, listening to music every day. And it became a thing with me. So for many, many years, I think I joined audible.com, I think whenever they started, basically, or soon after they started. I know they've been sold and bought by, I think, YouTube or Google, someone, I don't know. My account is on hold there. I can still access my books. I think I've got over 300 because, like I said, I listened to them for many years and found it useful to not waste my time while I'm driving. And of course, there are drawbacks to that too. I know. My typical day, I would go to the drive-through where I lived and get a iced latte and drink it slowly on my way to work as I was driving. And one day I was listening to a book on audio, and there was the author said something really funny, and it was unexpected, and I had a mouthful of latte, and I inadvertently laughed and spit my latte all over my steering wheel and my shirt. I had to stop at the Kmart, which was open when I got into the town I was teaching at. I had to go to Kmart and buy a new shirt. I couldn't show up at work with coffee all over the front of my shirt. And I had to wipe down the inside of my car where I spilled the coffee. Maybe later I'll tell you about the book. I thought it was by Sedaris. Anyway, some of you might know who that writer is. That was years ago. So, anyway, what am I going to talk about in analysis? Like I said, I'll be mentioning probably poems, poets, literature, sometimes music, just whatever strikes my fancy or has some relationship to what I'm drawing, maybe. At least I will try. One thing I noticed watching videos on Facebook, on those short videos, is, sometimes I like watching those, the workers, like maybe they're cement workers or roofers or bricklayers. And I know some people, they split that. They'll have something audio going unrelated to what you're watching. And I found that very entertaining and interesting, because I like watching. It's amazing to watch these artists, right? That are in the trades. Some of them they are artists. They're just so fantastic with whether it's putting up a fence or redoing a roof or doing cement work or tile work. Sometimes it is just, or woodwork. It's just amazing watching these people. And like I said, I've seen a few of these videos where they've actually had other conversations going on while you watch the video. I found it entertaining, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll try that. And I don't know. I will check for feedback, see what viewers think. Whether I should show my face or not, I don't know. I'm a little hesitant to, just because there's so many reasons why not to, but I'm not wanted or anything like that. But anyway, maybe I'll wait and let the viewers decide if I get enough viewers. And let me see. What else? My choices when I'm drawing here. For example, I try to use complements, right? Opposites. Blue and orange are complements. If you look at the color wheel, the basic colors are red, blue, and yellow. And so the color exactly opposite them is a complement. So if you want to draw attention to something, if you use complements, then it draws attention to both things. Sometimes you want this, sometimes you don't. For example, if you're going to frame a picture you've bought And if, say, the overall dominant color is red in the picture, now a complementary frame would be some shade of green. But you may not want that because while it may draw attention to your red picture, it also draws attention to the green frame. So I don't know if you want people looking at the frame. It's not really that interesting to look at. I'm talking about a matted print when you've done a matte. So you might want to just, if you're framing a picture with a matte, you might want to not use a complement, but something maybe in the same school of color. But if you notice here, for example, I use a lot of blue and orange next to each other. Purple and yellow are complements. Opposite yellow is red and blue, and if you mix those two, you get purple or violet. So I do that a lot. And I know this is done with, I guess watercolor brush kind of pens, a lot of my work. I don't know, I just like the look of it. It really pops. And eventually I'm going to I'll put these pictures on a website if you want to. I'll make it so you can, I'm thinking I'll probably make it so you can download if you want for a screensaver for free. If you want to buy the print, the high resolution print, I'll have that available. You need a high resolution if you're going to have it print done on something larger, like send it to a print shop, have it done on canvas, or my favorite is actually metal prints. They just pop. They're so shiny. It looks so good. That is really my favorite artwork done on a metal print. So anyway, that's my introduction. I think in the future, I guess I'll have to have like some cliff notes or something so I don't run out of things to say. And maybe I'll even take suggestions from the audience. And again, in keeping with my philosophy, part of my philosophy, as a teacher, sometimes students would come to me and ask me for advice. And one thing over the years that I had to give a lot was like, if you surround yourself with negative people, you're not going to accomplish much. So don't do that. And towards that end, if there are negative comments, I will not respond to them, or I will just delete them. So thank you.